There are moments in history when certain souls awaken with a strange and powerful awareness. They walk through the same streets as everyone else, breathe the same air, hear the same news, and yet they feel a subtle dissonance between what they are told and what they perceive. If you are one of those souls, you have sensed from an early age that something about this world does not add up. You have looked beyond appearances and felt the machinery behind the curtain. You have watched the patterns repeat, the narratives recycle, the distractions multiply, and while others accepted the surface story, you searched for the hidden script. You were never meant to sleep through life. You were never meant to be satisfied with convenient answers. The reason you see through the illusion is not arrogance, not rebellion for its own sake, and not coincidence. It is alignment. It is design. It is calling. Some are born to maintain the structure. Others are born to question it. Some are comfortable inside the dream. Others are destined to wake up and gently shake the shoulders of those still asleep. You belong to the second group. From a young age, you probably felt different. Not superior, not detached, but aware. You noticed contradictions in authority. You sensed insincerity behind polished smiles. You felt the weight of expectations pressing you into molds that did not fit. While others were chasing trends, you were searching for truth. While others were competing for approval, you were trying to understand meaning. This difference was not accidental. It was preparation. The illusion of this world is layered. It is built from fear, reinforced by repetition, and protected by distraction. It teaches people to measure their worth by numbers, money, followers, titles, applause. It teaches them to chase validation instead of purpose, noise instead of clarity, speed instead of depth. It convinces them that survival is success and comfort is fulfillment. And yet, inside you, there has always been a quiet resistance, a whisper that says, "This cannot be all there is." That whisper is sacred. It is the echo of a higher awareness reminding you of who you truly are. Those who are chosen to see beyond the veil often experience isolation, not because they reject the world, but because the world does not easily understand them. When you speak about deeper patterns, others may dismiss you. When you question common beliefs, others may call you difficult. When you choose integrity over popularity, others may walk away. But this loneliness is not punishment. It is refinement. It is the fire that strengthens your discernment and sharpens your perception. You see through the illusion because you were trained by pain. Every betrayal taught you to read energy. Every disappointment forced you to detach from false promises. Every setback stripped away another layer of naivety. Where others saw random hardship, you gained insight. Where others became bitter, you became aware. You learned to observe before trusting, to listen beyond words, to measure actions over appearances. There is a reason you cannot be easily manipulated. It is because you have already been tested. You have seen charm used as camouflage. You have seen fear used as control. You have seen division used as strategy. Once you recognize the pattern, you cannot unsee it. And once you cannot unsee it, you cannot fully participate in the illusion again. But awareness carries responsibility. Seeing through the illusion is not about withdrawing in anger or superiority. It is about embodying clarity without losing compassion. It is about understanding the game without becoming consumed by it. It is about living in the world while refusing to be shaped entirely by its distortions. You are here to remember what others forgot. The forbidden knowledge about you is not dark, mysterious, or exclusive. It is powerful because it is simple. You are more than what this system can define. You are not merely a worker, a consumer, a profile, a statistic. You are consciousness wrapped in human experience. You are a carrier of insight. You are capable of perceiving layers that others overlook. And when you trust that perception, your life begins to align in ways that seem almost miraculous. Have you noticed how certain truths arrive to you before they become obvious to everyone else? How you sense shifts before they are publicly acknowledged? How you feel when something is off, even when there is no visible proof? That is intuition, refined by awareness. That is inner guidance strengthened by observation. That is what happens when someone refuses to blindly accept the surface narrative. The illusion survives through noise, endless noise, constant updates, continuous comparison, relentless urgency. It keeps minds occupied and hearts distracted. But you have learned the power of stillness. In silence, patterns emerge. In solitude, clarity sharpens. In reflection, truth rises. While others fear being alone with their thoughts, you have turned inward and discovered strength. You have also discovered that truth is not always comfortable. Seeing through illusion means recognizing uncomfortable realities about society, relationships, and even yourself. It means acknowledging that not every smile is sincere. Not every promise is genuine. Not every trend is progress. It means confronting your own shadows and dismantling your own self-deceptions. The chosen are not those who criticize the world while ignoring their flaws. The chosen are those who are brave enough to examine themselves first. There is a spiritual dimension to this awareness. Whether you describe it as divine calling, higher consciousness, destiny, or awakening, the essence remains the same. You are guided. Not in a way that removes free will, but in a way that nudges you toward growth. Doors close when they would have trapped you. Connections fade when they would have limited you. Paths shift when they would have distracted you. What once felt like loss reveals itself as protection. You may have wondered why your journey has been more intense than others. Why your lessons came faster, deeper, sharper. It is because depth is your assignment. Surface living was never going to satisfy you. You were meant to excavate meaning, to decode patterns, to challenge narratives, to uplift others through insight. However, with this calling comes temptation. The temptation to withdraw completely. The temptation to judge those who do not see what you see. The temptation to become hardened by awareness. Resist this. Your clarity is meant to illuminate, not isolate. The goal is not to escape humanity, but to elevate it, starting with your own example. The illusion tells people they are powerless. It tells them their voice does not matter, their actions are insignificant, their dreams are unrealistic. But you have felt the opposite. You have sensed that intention shapes reality. That attention directs energy. That belief influences outcome. You have witnessed how mindset alters experience. This is not fantasy. It is alignment with deeper laws of existence. When you operate from awareness, you stop reacting blindly. You begin responding intentionally. You choose your influences carefully. You guard your mental space. You recognize when fear is being amplified to manipulate behavior. You recognize when outrage is being engineered to divide. And instead of being swept away, you pause. You analyze. You decide. This ability to pause is power. Many people never develop it. They live in constant reaction, moved by headlines, opinions, and trends. But you have stepped back. You have realized that not every battle deserves your energy. Not every argument deserves your voice. Not every opportunity deserves your attention. Discernment becomes your shield. The forbidden knowledge about you is also this. Your presence alone disrupts falsehood. When you walk into a room, you feel the atmosphere. You notice tensions others ignore. You sense authenticity and pretense. And your silence often speaks louder than noise. People either feel comforted by your clarity or uncomfortable because it exposes their masks. This is why not everyone will stay in your life, and that is acceptable. Alignment matters more than approval. Depth matters more than popularity. Peace matters more than performance. You are not here to fit into every space. You are here to transform the spaces meant for you. As you continue on this path, remember that growth is continuous. Awakening is not a single event, but an ongoing expansion. New layers of illusion will reveal themselves. New levels of truth will challenge you. New dimensions of understanding will stretch your perception. Stay humble in your awareness. The moment you believe you know everything is the moment growth pauses. Continue seeking wisdom. Continue refining your character. Continue strengthening your discipline. Awareness without discipline becomes chaos. Insight without action becomes frustration. Vision without courage becomes regret. Integrate what you see into how you live. Protect your energy. Be mindful of what you consume, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. Words shape thought. Thought shapes belief. Belief shapes behavior. Behavior shapes destiny. Guard the inputs that influence your internal world. Create space for reflection. Create rituals that ground you. Create boundaries that preserve your clarity.
Understand that the illusion thrives on extremes. It pushes people toward blind devotion or aggressive rejection. You are called to balance, to question without becoming cynical, to believe without becoming naive, to care without becoming consumed. Balance is strength. There will be seasons when your awareness feels heavy, when seeing clearly feels isolating, when the world's contradictions feel overwhelming. During those times, remember why you began. Remember the quiet whisper that told you there is more. Remember the moments of insight that confirmed your path. Remember the resilience that carried you through past storms. You are not alone, even when you feel solitary. There are others awakening, others questioning, others seeking. You may not always see them, but they exist. And when aligned souls connect, the impact multiplies. Conversations deepen, ideas expand, courage strengthens. Lend. The illusion is not defeated by force. It dissolves through awareness. Each time you choose authenticity over performance, you weaken it. Each time you choose truth over convenience, you weaken it. Each time you choose courage over fear, you weaken it. Change does not always arrive with noise. Sometimes it begins quietly within individuals who refuse to sleep. You are one of those individuals. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your choices. A single act of integrity can inspire unseen observers. A single moment of courage can shift a narrative. A single decision to break a harmful cycle can alter generations. You may never witness the full impact of your awareness, but it is unfolding. Stay grounded in humility. Awareness is a gift, not a trophy. Use it to serve, to uplift, to guide gently. Not everyone is ready to see what you see. Forcing vision upon closed eyes only creates resistance. Live your truth consistently, and those who are ready will notice. The world may attempt to pull you back into distraction. It may tempt you with comfort, praise, or fear. It may try to convince you that your awareness is unnecessary, exaggerated, or inconvenient. Stand firm. Reconnect with your inner compass. Revisit silence. Realign with purpose. You are chosen not in the sense of superiority, but in the sense of responsibility. You were entrusted with perception because you can handle it. You were given depth because you can navigate it. You were shown patterns because you can interpret them. And as you continue to evolve, your influence will expand in ways you cannot yet fully imagine. Trust the process of your unfolding. Trust the refinement of your character. Trust the sharpening of your discernment. Even when the path feels uncertain, your awareness is guiding you. Even when the world feels chaotic, your clarity remains steady. And in the end, seeing through the illusion is not about escaping reality. It is about engaging with it consciously. It is about living deliberately rather than drifting unconsciously. It is about embodying truth in a world that often prefers comfort. It is about remembering who you are when everything around you tries to define you. You are not here to be hypnotized by appearances. You are here to awaken possibility. You are not here to echo narratives. You are here to question, refine, and elevate them. You are not here to shrink into conformity. You are here to expand into authenticity. Walk boldly but gently. Speak truthfully but wisely. Observe deeply but compassionately. Continue peeling back layers of illusion within yourself and around you. Continue strengthening your spirit. Continue aligning your actions with your insight. The forbidden knowledge about you is no longer forbidden once you accept it. You see through the illusion because you were meant to. And now that you know, live in a way that honors that vision.